This is the video for the order of operations, but we're looking at kind of going into that college, that high school level of trying to figure out the order of operations. I mean, I'm sure you all know the whole PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's basically the order of operations. Just at the high school level, you're just taking it a little bit harder and more complicated looking problems. So remember, the order of operation is simplifying a numerical expression using PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide from left to right, add, subtract from left to right. Now, when we're also looking at absolute value also. Absolute value is a number's distance from zero, always positive. Now, if you think about it, if I'm standing in a place on the floor and I take one step to the right, I am still one step away. Now say I go back to my starting place and I take one step to the left. Again, I'm still one step away from my starting point. Distance is always going to be a positive number because I can't go back a distance, a negative distance. You're still traveling. Yes, you're going back a step, but it's still a step away from the beginning point. So the distance is always going to be positive. The same with absolute value. It's always going to be positive. So when we're looking at some of these examples, some of them can be pretty easy. Negative 13. The absolute value of that is just simply 13. How about 21? Don't get tricked up and think, oh, I've got to flip the sign. No, it's always positive, so it's just 21. How about negative 3 plus a negative 5? You have to do the absolute value signs first because they're kind of considered parentheses in that same grouping. So the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. So you're just looking at 3 plus 5, which is going to be 8. So number 4, we're looking at 9 plus a negative 8, or plus 8. So we're looking at 17. So go ahead and try the rest of these on your own. Just pause the video and finish them up, and then we'll move on to the next step. So when we're looking at the high school level of order of operations, you're really looking at a lot more difficult, but it's just still following the same steps. If you follow your steps, yes, there's more steps, but if you just follow them, you're going to get to the right answer. So if we're looking at this, following our PEMDAS, we're going to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we're going to have 135 divide, let's do our inside parentheses first. 7 minus 4 is going to be 3, and then that's squared. So still, working from the inside out, we're going to do that 3 squared. So you got 135 divided by 5 times 3 squared is 9. So now again, following inside that parentheses, remember brackets are just another form of parentheses. 135 divided by 5 times 9 is going to be 45. So you've got 135 divided by 45, which is just going to be 3. So all of that just simplifies down to 3. You just have to work down and do step by step. I'm going to go ahead, you try number 14 on your own and see if you got it right. Just pause the video. You should have gotten 2 as your answer. So if you didn't get 2, try to look back and see where you made your mistake. How about number 15? Again, just doing things step by step. You start with your parentheses. parentheses, absolute value, brackets, all of that. Still the same thing. 8 minus 5 is going to be 3. So we've got 3 cubed right here. Minus the absolute value, we've got to do what's inside first. So 5 squared is going to be 25, and 4 cubed is going to be 64. So we've got 25 minus 64 inside my absolute value signs, and then we still have our divide 3 at the end. So again, still working on the parentheses side, we're looking at inside the absolute value signs. Okay, so we have 3 cubed minus the absolute value of 25 minus 64 is a negative 39 divided by 3. So we're going to have 3 cubed. And what's the absolute value of negative 39? It's a positive 39. But remember, we're subtracting here. So you're going to subtract the positive 39 divided by 3. Okay, now that we've got the parentheses done, our next step is going to be the exponents. 3 cubed is going to be 27. So you got 27 minus 39 divide 3. Okay, we did parentheses, please. We did exponents, excuse. My dear, MD, multiply, divide. So now we've got to multiply and divide. From left to right, 27 minus 39 divided by 3 is 13. I don't see any other multiply, divide, so now we're down to Aunt Sally, add, subtract from left to right. 27 minus 13 is going to give us 14. For number 16, go ahead, pause the video, give it a try, and see if you end up with the right answer. The correct answer should have been 15. If you did not get 15, try to look back and see where maybe you made your mistake. If you can't figure it out, come see me. When you get done with this entire worksheet, bring it up to me to have it checked off.